trophies and alcohol.
And we're back with, I guess,
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I know it is Christmas time, and
It sure is.
this is gonna be our second podcast tonight, dude. We're just tearing through them tonight, aren't we?
It's just the second one, bro. Let's get to the fifth one, then we're tearing through.
Who says we're doing 5? I figured after the second one we're done. No.
So 2 is tearing?
Yeah, 2 is tearing.
So, okay, so if Claudia here drinks 2 Dos Equis, oh, she's tearing through them?
They don't know if she's here yet.
You just gave it away.
You just said if Claudia's...
I've said her name on previous podcasts before.
Okay, so...
Anyway,
well...
Hannah, you just gave yourself away.
Anyway, seeing that our most popular show has been Girl Talk for Guys, I figured... Let's do another one. We got 3 of them here today.
Impromptu. 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah.
One returning.
I already got the death look here early on.
This dude can get a death look from a rock, dude.
I know, dude.
A female rock.
Right?
So
I mean, I don't know. It's just the rock is.
we have Hannah returning,
Hi.
and we got 2 new guests, Claudia
Hey.
and Heather.
Hello.
So I'm pretty sure you guys heard the first Girl Talk for Guys, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's such a lie. Don't lie to me. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie. No, I think.
so what we did in that one was pretty much we had a bunch of questions from who were some of the people, Javi? GT Ghost. I think that was my favorite. Not,
There
GT
was
Ghost is my
Donkey
best.
Lover.
Donkey Lover was he was a man.
69.
He needed some help. He had some
Obama,
issues.
Yo Mama.
Yeah.
had a pretty good question.
He had some good questions, and we just feel we asked you guys some questions that guys would generally have for girls. I guess how to approach girls in general, and I guess we got some more questions for them, don't we, Javi?
Oh yeah.
So
Too many questions, but we're going to narrow it down to
for
50.
50. Well, let's just get started and see where it goes from here.
Okay.
So we one of the questions that got brought up last time was how much should a guy go and spend on a gift for his girlfriend's first Christmas? And we got some response to that. We got a pretty good advice on that. We took notes on that, if I'm not mistaken. I know I took notes, but I still have yet to buy it for anyone.
All up here, buddy.
Anyway, so I guess we're in the Christmas season and everything like that. What do girls actually want for Christmas if they're spending their first Christmas with their boyfriend?
Well, I'm
actually in
that case.
I know.
I know, me too.
I know. Hannah and Claudia are both in that situation right now. So
Jonathan, if you're listening, something really expensive.
You guys didn't know? You guys didn't know? Like me and Heather too. So we got 3
really?
here.
Oh
Yeah,
my
3.
God.
Wow.
Wow.
So like,
I'm just gonna go home now then.
No denial.
oh, you didn't know? That?
No, I
awkward.
didn't know
Never
that.
mind.
Heather didn't know
know.
either. So
I didn't know I was in a relationship.
We'll get to the
Well,
ones
we're
that are in
the only 2
relationships
here
right
with ugly
now
sweaters.
in a second. We'll go straight to Heather. Heather,
Chemistry.
That's not ugly.
so
It's
Heather,
ugly. I don't like it
if you had a boyfriend and everything, what would you want him to get you for your first Christmas together?
What would I want?
Yeah, what would you? I guess
What would be something appropriate?
Yeah, what would be something appropriate that you'd want to get?
Well, like I said, it depends on the chick. You know, if they're a gamer chick, you know, maybe a nice game or a, you know.
Well,
something-
I actually think it's like a 2 kind of answer question. What would you want to get if you're just with him and you're still getting to know each other? And what would you want if boom, this is the guy that
You're gonna spend.
with
Oh, so
a
you're
long
talking
time.
about if you just got in a relationship with a guy.
Right?
Yeah,
And
What's your first Christmas?
it's your first Christmas together with the guy, pretty
Well,
much.
it really depends on how much the guy loves her and how much
So if he pops out with I don't know.
Well, definitely it would not be. You wouldn't be popping out a ring, and
Okay,
all that kind of stuff. That's
I'm just saying, there's some guys that might
a
go
ring
that
is
route.
not appropriate for.
Well, those guys need to know that a ring is not appropriate for your first Christmas.
Jewelry
Yes.
in general, no.
And especially if she doesn't have you reciprocate those feelings. If you talked about it and so that you don't pop out something like
Okay,
that.
so pretty much. What about
Expensive jewelry. is
expensive
not-
jewelry? So expensive jewelry is out of the question. Something
It's
reasonable,
too
like
much.
nice pair of earrings, something like that. I guess would be okay.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
simple
that's
pair of
fine.
earrings,
I wish I had my pen and paper
Bracelet.
again.
or
Some more
a
notes.
nice little bracelet,
Or
or like
a
a charm
necklace.
for her bracelet.
Okay.
That's cheap. That's cheap.
That's so cheap. That's super cheap.
Hey, what about you, Claudia? What would you want? So I guess something along those same lines.
Yeah, either clothing.
See,
don't
guys.
Let's go to the lingerie side.
guys,
No.
I think
Okay.
that's more of a not the first year, and especially not when you're first together. You don't buy lingerie
Right.
either. No.
From a
Maybe
guy,
like a little
from a
bit.
guy
That's
standpoint,
Because that would put on something else a little bit more, you know. You want to
Right.
establish
Maybe like a
the
couple months into
relationship
the
first,
relationship.
and before you get into that kind
from a
of
guy, we will not buy clothes because this is what's going to happen. If we buy one that's too small, it's going to be, oh, what, you think I'm fat?
Well,
if we
like,
buy
you
it too
could take her
big,
shopping.
oh, what, you
You
think
know
I'm
what?
fat? We're in a
Come
loser
here.
situation
Wait,
there.
No,
But-
not
but
unless
you
you were
gotta-
in a store and you happen to like. She'd be like, "Oh my god, I love this," and you
Okay,
see
that-
it, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is my size," and you check out that tag, and you'd be like, "Okay, what
Or
is
like
that?"
you could look
All
at
right,
her.
you know,
You could look at her
well,
clothes
look at her
and
clothing
see.
if you're living with her, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's something we'd have to
Or it
do.
could
You
be
should know her
did-
size
Did
if
you guys
you're
ever see that
living with
movie
her.
Enemy of the State with Will Smith?
I just watched that today, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it
just
was
watched
on
that
today.
today.
Cool. Did you see the scene where he was like, I don't know what size my wife is, and then the girl brought like two other girls, like, is she like this or is she like this?
Good point.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
could-
that's what we'd have to do then as guys. So clothing's an option. Non inexpensive
jewelry.
simple jewelry is an option. What you have? What would? And seeing that John's standing in the background, I'm pretty sure he'd
I'm
want to
all
hear
about
this.
like keeping it simple. So like a movie that she
I
really likes,
thought you were all
or
about
like
that bass.
all about,
About
that
that
base. So like a movie that she really likes, or
Wait, a movie that she really likes?
yeah,
She had a
like if
best
she
friend?
really
Give
really
that to
likes
her
a
best
movie,
friend,
like buy
too?
it for her. Yeah.
So like, what movie? And John, take notes on this. What type of movie would you what would you really want on
The Notebook.
if
Hello?
if he was to
Oh,
go by
no,
your
not
Special
We
really.
have that
We've already
at,
got one
at
discussed,
Kroger
though,
for $4.99.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
Dreamcatcher. That's
Dreamcatcher?
probably yeah, because I haven't seen it yet, and my significant other right now is trying to
Dreamcatcher?
find it for me, and I really want to see
Okay.
it.
That's the one
It's
about
a
aliens? I
sci-fi
don't know.
movie. It's
I
a
didn't like
sci-fi
that
movie.
movie.
How about Guardians of the Galaxy?
oh yeah.
I got that at Toys R Us for $4.99.
Look at you using your
Okay.
savings. So,
my
dude, this is the problem with doing a mobile podcast.
John.
We have people running in and out all over the
That's-
place, and this thing's gonna linger here for a bit. And it's just gonna, it's
Can you blow that way?
gonna, man.
Oh my god.
Anyway, okay, so Javi, what will be the next question that we got? So
Well,
we
I have
got,
a question, and I'll give you two examples. Well, first I'll ask you the question, then I'll give you the examples, and then your answers, hopefully. Do you prefer the expensive gift that didn't really take much thought? You're like, yeah, I know she wants this. So. Or the gift that didn't cost as much but was filled with like a crap load of thought. And I'll give you an example. One of my ex-girlfriends, all she kept talking about for Christmas is she wants a phone, new phone, new phone. So I got her a new phone. I think it cost like $300. And I have a girl who, she's just a friend, but I do like her, I'm not gonna lie. I got her, she loves pins, I don't know why, but she loves pins. So I went to have you ever been to a place called Things Remembered?
Yeah.
At the mall? So I got her a pin, and I had it engraved. It said, it had her name, and like her occupation. It was like, it had her name, number one. I'm not going to say it because Claudia knows who I'll be talking about.
Oh.
And they had like an extra thing, it was for free. They would add like a small birthstone at the end of the pin. So when I gave it to her, she was like, oh my God, this is awesome. You know, she loves pins. It was engraved and it had her birthstone in it. So what do you like better? The expensive gift that, you know, cost a lot of money that didn't take that much thought, or a less expensive gift that was filled with like, you know what I mean?
God.
Should I feel?
Definitely
the
thought.
thought.
Because like I would rather get something that like he knew means like I would rather get a really big stuffed animal for Christmas than a Michael Kors purse.
Almost did that today.
If that makes sense.
Was it a pink unicorn?
Like I would much rather get like a stuffed animal than a Michael Kors purse because I love stuffed animals.
okay, so
We already had that talk.
Yeah.
So pretty much you guys prefer something that has a lot more thought put into it
Yeah.
than just guy running to the store looking for the most expensive things in here.
Yeah, it's just more of the, you know, the thought that he actually thought about it instead of like,
Like he
And
knew
know-
you
and-
well
and-
enough.
and-
yeah,
and
you
it's
know
funny-
the person and
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, that person's gonna love it, and she's,
And it's funny, like when you say that's the thought that counts, it's like the video game that Heather ended up getting, like it really was just thought. Because I only paid like 2 cents for it, so it was mostly thought.
It's mostly thought.
Do you ever think you see the day where thought was valued more than like
Money.
Yeah, even though it was only 2 cents.
True.
It's
Well,
still,
well, in that case it was.
it was only 2
So
cents. But
we-
still, it's a thought that
I mean,
counts.
because it was only 2 cents.
So we have another guest here, and he's just standing there relaxing, but I'm going to bring him into it anyway. Joe, so
Hey everybody.
so let's say you're trying.
everybody.
So you're trying to get like you're trying to be with this girl and everything. What's something you'd want to know going into it?
Her name.
Well, what's some advice that they could probably give you that would help you? You know, what's like? Do you have any questions?
Find out
for
her
me?
name.
Besides her name, like,
Hi.
like how would you
What she likes to do?
like? Okay, let me see how I can put this.
You want me to say something that they probably wouldn't know?
No,
Like what's a question about women
that you would
that
ask?
you would like need advice on that you would ask another woman?
Like if
about?
you wanted to get into the relationship with her,
Yeah.
Or get into their
How
pants
would
for that
you-
one night.
Just don't go between like best friends. You'll be all right. All right. I mean,
Oh,
like
what-
talking to the phone. Like
no,
I'm
we're
just giving
asking if you,
advice.
what kind of questions.
Do you have any questions for
Any
us?
questions?
For wait.
Because we have a panel of experts here that want to help losers like me and Khalid.
Yeah, so guys are
Alright,
asking for
losers.
advice from girls on how we should approach girls. So like, let's say you're having a hard time going to talk to a certain girl. What's some advice that they could probably like?
Like-
You used to go talk to a certain guy.
No.
No, like what advice could we
Wait,
give
they
you?
like girls and they want to talk to girls? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay, so like for example, let's
Tyler,
say
do an
you're,
example
let's say
question.
you're dating this girl, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And you're trying to figure out what to get her for her birthday.
All right, birthday.
You ask something like, okay, what should I get a girl
What's
for her
something to
birthday?
get a girl for her birthday?
You know, so,
Why don't we just start at the beginning? Tell them the title of the show.
So the title of the show is "Girl Advice for Guys."
Girl advice for her. Okay.
So it's pretty much like
It's all coming together now.
exactly it's coming together.
What questions
Yeah, all,
do you
you
have?
start from the bottom,
girls?
then eventually
Yeah.
you'll get
Yeah.
here.
So what questions do I have
For girls.
to get girls?
Yeah. What question would you have for a girl right now? Let's say you want to talk. Let's say you have a question that you want to ask a girl.
Oh, okay. How was your day? Or how you doing? Or
Okay, this is not going.
I don't get. I don't get what like.
That's why you don't just bring people
I'm
in.
bringing people in. Okay, this is the organic
He wasn't
nature
ready.
of it.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
See, the way that the preparation set up, Khalid.
All right, how about you try to
Just
explain?
do
it?
it.
How about you?
Now,
Okay,
I don't
we'll
know.
give an
No
example.
offense, but I don't think no matter how many times you explain
Okay,
it,
I'll
I
give
don't
an
think it's going to get
example.
through.
I'll give an
Yeah,
example.
give an example question.
I'll give an example. So,
All right, one last example.
okay, so there's this girl I like and everything, and I'm talking to her for a while, right?
Wait, what's everything?
What?
Okay, and there's a girl you like.
It's a girl I
And
like.
everything.
I'm
Like,
just
what's
giving an
everything?
I'm giving an example question. So we've only been talking, haven't really said anything. How do you approach her about saying, okay, we're going to be exclusive type of thing? How do you go about approaching that? Because
Have you been on a date with her?
I mean, if y'all been
it's
doing
not me. I'm
everything-
just giving an example question.
Have you
I would
been on
say
a date
just be
with-
straightforward.
Just be
Yeah.
straightforward.
Yeah, nobody likes to play around.
Okay, good.
Nobody likes, the games.
The whole game.
But see,
Yes.
If you're
like,
just trying to get to a certain point, you be straightforward so that you're not just,
okay.
Exactly.
One thing I've noticed though is neither person wants to be the one to swallow their pride
Exactly.
and show weakness,
and that's the
say-
problem right there.
Yeah.
because nobody wants to.
But somebody has to, or else it's just going to be left unsaid.
Exactly.
And then you're never gonna know, and you're gonna be stuck in that little limbo of like, what are you? You know?
What was that about?
So okay, what signs do girls normally will typically give off if they actually do want to be exclusive? Because you guys say we should know, be able to read y'all books and stuff, but to be honest, you guys are
It's like reading a
freaking
dictionary, dude.
dude. It's freaking complicated.
I think it goes both ways.
A Mandarin.
First of all, guys are really easy. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're really easy.
Not all. Yes,
Not
that's
all the
true.
time.
That is true.
Not every
Because
guy.
sometimes we have to pry to find out what y'all are thinking.
Some guys are like I'm sure you guys could read me like a flashcard. You guys know everything
Whatever,
about
Javi.
me.
Javi.
Javi's hard to read. I
Roll
know.
the eyes.
But yeah, so what hints do you guys normally give off?
Like
Like,
wanting
that
to
would-
spend time with you, constantly wanting to talk to you.
Yeah, texting.
Yeah, blowing you shit up.
But here's the thing though.
But that could be crazy.
Sometimes they don't
though.
want to do that because they don't want to seem like
They need you, right?
over. Oh, what's that girl with the white eyes?
The
The clingy girlfriend.
oh god.
Oh, the over attached
That's
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, well, I'll just send 3 texts and then I'll text them back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Send them 2 texts, I'll send them back tomorrow. Sometimes guys want them to continue. So whenever they
because-
say, okay, well, I'll talk to you later, it's like, okay, well, I'll talk to you later.
Well, when you're hanging out in person, if she touches you a lot and always wants to sit with you and stuff like that.
But what if she touches you and everything?
No, it's and stuff, not and everything.
No, okay, so when
Or
you say
handshake.
touching, the slapping in the face count, or
No, I
Usually
would say
when
not that. No, that
Okay,
would
that's
be
not
more.
really-
It's
of
like
Okay.
whenever she
despises
puts her
you
arm on
or
you
just
or
playing
something
around.
like
what
that.
if she grabs
Or,
your arm and
leans
she leaves
on you.
bruises?
No, you run.
That could be
That's when you
playfully.
leave.
Khaled,
That could be, that could
She could be into that.
It depends on the type
Okay,
of girl. She
but
could be
if she's into that and you're not, like,
S&M.
how do we like tell her get the hell away from me? Because
You tell her get the hell away from me.
yeah, but they don't.
exactly.
If you notice, girls don't take that lightly. They're just up it a little bit more.
She's like, I'm not
You
crazy
make them
enough.
take it lightly.
I'm just saying. I mean,
If they're hurting you,
there's a reason why I'm wearing long
There's
sleeves.
a hotline you can call.
I've never been the same.
It's very.
There's help for people like you.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, I think we should move on to the next question because I think we're
Yeah, but
Sorry.
okay, but yeah. So you guys, I guess,
Horrible
if they're
hosting.
touchy feely in a sense,
They
I
wanna be
guess,
close
and they want to be
next to
okay.
you,
So if they want to spend a lot of time, but so we got. Let's see, we got the inexpensive jewelry, something with a lot of thought. They want to spend a lot of time with you. What are we missing to cover here? What else are we missing? Any other hints we should be looking out for?
oh, there's way too many to cover, bro. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna ask this again because I asked it last time. When we ask,
no, we're not gonna go there.
yes, I we have two new people here. I need to
I'm
ask
out.
this. When a guy asks, where do you want to go eat? And you say, wherever. Where the hell is wherever? Because I'm still trying to find that damn place.
Wherever means hopefully you know her well enough.
No. Because we could list like 20 places, and after each one, you're like, I don't know, wherever. And then we'll pick one, and you'll go back and say, well, I was feeling for this instead. Like, we listed that like 20 times, like 20 minutes ago, and you just said wherever, and we kept going.
It
Probably 'cause she was mad
gets to
at the
a
time,
point
and
where
it
it's
split
not
off,
your
so
girl
like
that's
whatever.
difficult. It gets to a point where how stupid can you be to continue picking 20 places before you get the right one?
No, I'm just saying though, like,
Fried rice.
where I'm coming from is, it feels like it doesn't matter where we pick when that's going on. It's always going to be the wrong place.
I don't know. To me, it goes. I don't know. Whatever. When I say something and then the other person doesn't want it, be like, okay, well then whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so where do you want to go? All right, I already told you where I want to go. You don't want to go there? All right, so
Wherever. Okay, so I understand that one. What about you, Claudia? Because I've seen you do this before.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm calling you out. And Aaron, I'm looking out for you on this one, Aaron. I know you can hear me. I'm looking out for you on this one. So, where exactly is wherever? Does it really mean you really don't care where you go, and you just want to find something to be pissy about, or it matters but you don't want to say it? You hope he knows where you want to go.
Sometimes it's the money.
It's the money.
Yes, it's the money. So
Okay.
it depending what his budget is. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, let's go to this expensive place.
Okay.
Let's just say a steakhouse, and they'll be like.
So, do you think it would be a
Yeah.
good idea for maybe like girls in general just to make like a list of like their 3 favorite places? One expensive,
No,
inexpensive.
maybe it'd be a good idea if you could just read your partner a little bit better.
No,
That's what I think.
I'm
I
saying.
think, like,
No, okay.
if-
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
Let her talk.
I think if you know her well enough and you know your budget, you should be able to just pick a place.
Okay.
Like, okay, any guy should know that I like
Olive
House of
Gardens?
Pies, Olive Garden, and, well, Denny's on a cheap day.
Okay.
And,
But
and the aquarium. There's my top 4. So depending on your budget, pick one.
but there, see, you gave a list though.
No, but any guy who knows you well enough would know what you would pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess the second part of this is when we say, "Hey, can we go do this with buddies?" and you guys say, "Sure, go ahead," and then we go and we come back, you guys are pissed off.
I've
It
never
just-
done that.
Well, it's just
just-
if you don't let her have her girls' night and her hang out with her friends or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna have a
And
pissed
what if
off
you
chick.
do?
Then there should be no one should be angry.
You know
See,
what?
You're
It really.
See, all this is coming from past history with me. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, but didn't you win the AJ Lee Award for the guy who digs crazy chicks?
Yeah, it's true.
So everything you say is like,
I know.
Okay, what were you going to say, Claudia? I forgot.
She forgot.
What was the question again?
It's when we.
If she says it's okay that you go out, and so you go out with your buddies, and then you come back and she's mad, like why?
It's just really how the relationship is really. It, I
Okay.
mean, it just if y'all both get along really good, you know that sometimes you're gonna be,
Yeah.
wanting to spend some time alone,
Yeah.
away from each other. So
Yeah, I get that.
and
But y'all should
Like,
both be
but-
on the same page. Like
Yeah,
if he's gonna go out,
exactly.
then she should be able to go out too.
Yeah.
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 You know,
And then,
whether
like,
it's the same night or a different night.
It
you know.
depends on what you do.
Yeah,
Like, say,
Yeah, exactly.
Say you
Like-
say, okay, well, I'm going out with my friends to go bowling, and then I find out that you were dancing with some girl at a club or something. Like, there's trust issues there.
Yeah, I
But
get
if
it.
I know that I can trust you, then go out, have fun.
Okay.
I don't care.
Poppy, you got anything else?
I have another question.
Go ahead.
Last question.
Make it
Make it a
good.
good one. Let's make it a good one.
Make
This,
it
this is a good one because I've
What's
never
your
been
name?
able to. I've never been able to, ask this question. How do you tell a girl that like either you want to talk to, or you're talking to, or you've been with for a little bit of time, the things that she does that not like little bitty things here like bugs you or annoys you, but the things that could eventually become an issue. So, for example, like I don't want to say something small like excessive cursing. Oh, you should know that by now. But let's say the way she treats people, it's like it just really rubs you the wrong way, and you want to say something about it, or the way she talks about your friends, it's like without like a filter on her mouth, or the things that she does, like what's the best way to approach that and like say, hey, that really bugs me without setting off all kinds of fuses. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think in like any relationship, you have to set boundaries. Like people think, oh, well, you can't change just for somebody, but there are things that you have to adapt to be with someone if you really care about them. So if it's gonna work, compromise. And just be like, hey, I would appreciate it if you didn't sound so abrasive when you were talking about my friends, especially in front of them. But you can't expect her to not voice her opinion. Like there's things there are boundaries going both ways, and you just have to do that when you're in a relationship with somebody.
Right, because I remember one time I said something, and I said it in a joking way. I was like, wow, do you have to be so harsh when you say those things? And she got upset. She was like, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. And no, it wasn't you, Claudia. 'Cause she's looking at me.
We were all just like,
Because she's looking at me. I was like, no, it wasn't you. She was like, she got into her little mode. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck if these people don't like me. I don't fucking need them. I got my family, my friends. I'm like, hey, it's not even about that. It's just, it's like I've done things, and there's things that I don't do anymore because of how I feel about you, and I know that you don't like it or whatever. So it's like, why can't I ask for the same in return? To an extent.
So, I mean,
Well, if she can't compromise and you're compromising, then I really don't think there's any
Working it out.
working it out and pursuing.
Okay, so then
because
how long
Because
do
there
you
has to
wait?
be a compromise there. I mean,
like reciprocation. So you can't be doing more than she is, and she can't be doing more than you are. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay, so like let's say a little bit of time passes. Like how much time can pass by to where you can like say, okay, this much time has passed by to where you can start choking a bitch.
I thought you were gonna say bring it back up.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just saying like if you've addressed it on more than one occasion and she's still or he's still, I mean, both ways. It seems as if they don't care about like like they don't want to change, but it seems that they don't care that it bothers you, and they're going to continue doing it. Like,
Well,
then
I
they
think-
don't care about you.
And that's the point where you need to actually ultimatums suck.
Yeah.
But when there is
ultimatums, yeah,
Especially if you do
exactly.
have those
no,
feelings for that
when
person.
there is no compromise, an ultimatum is necessary because they need to know. Okay, well, you actually will not be in their life anymore if they keep it up because they're pushing you away doing that. And so they need to decide. Okay, either you're worth it, so I'm gonna alter. I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna alter it so it's tolerable.
Or work on it.
Or,
Work
yeah,
on
work
it.
on it.
At least her working on trying
Exactly.
to not be so mean about your friends,
So
or
that
saying
she can
stuff
be
in
with
front
you.
of you or to your friends. Just being able to do that.
And I would say give it a couple weeks. You don't want to give it months because then it gets to the point where you're just out and you're just so done that there's no working it out.
Yeah.
But you don't want to you don't want to pressure someone into something. Give them a week or a few days and then they don't change and then you freak out because there's no way someone's going to change overnight.
yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked that is because I mean I'm not perfect. There's things that I do that piss people off, and people do
No
things that
one's
piss me off. But I think a couple 2 or 3 years ago, I realized how the way I can be. So I would tone it back down. But and like I said, the reason I bring it up is because I've noticed when people continue with the way that they are, and I address it differently, and like you said, you do compromise. Sometimes they see the compromise that you're making, and I'm not gonna say they feel bad, but they can see the compromise you're making, so they'll make it up to you in another way, or they'll apologize. Whereas back in the day, they didn't give a fuck what you thought. You know, it was like, look, I'm sorry. Like they'll still say, but like, look, I'm sorry. I know how you feel about this, but you know, and that's why I put emphasis on it, because I've seen the change it can give when you, like you said, like you alter it or you compromise. So.
Well, I guess that was our last question. That was a good one too, Javi. Good question to end it on.
It goes both ways.
And with that being said, I mean, that was another episode.
Wait. Do you ladies have a question for us?
Oh yeah, do you guys have any questions for
No,
us?
I'm solid.
See, they say we're the most complicated sex, right?
We're just here to help.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Well, you guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye bye.
Well, that's an episode. I guess that'll be the second Girl Talk for Guys. Maybe you might turn this into something monthly or something like that. Maybe.
Good luck.
We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we're out.
Bye.